All right, here we are back again, having a chat to another former teen state control student, Big Keith Collier, who I say big now, he's fucking got massive arms on him. So once again, yeah, we're here to have a chat to some of our former students about their experience here at Teens, how it helped them, affected them, why they were there, and then how, if it's possible, that it's helped them in their future and the life they got now. So, bro, thanks very much for coming on, man. I really appreciate it. I remember I bumped into you not long ago at the fight show, and you were saying some things to me, which is actually some of the stuff you said to me there is what inspired me to set this up. You were saying how all the stuff that we've done has helped you, and then I was like, fuck, man, I've got to get that shit on camera sometime, you know. So you were actually a bit of a big inspiration for me to start doing these interviews, so I appreciate that, bro.
No worries.
So Keith did our program. How old are you, bro?
I'm 23 now. I think it was back in 2015, so I think it was 9 years ago.
9 years, so fuck, it's a long time. It's good. So as part of what we're trying to do now is what was the reason that the school, you went to Maroochydore High, yeah?
Yeah, I went to Maroochydore High.
What was the reason the school brought you into the program? What was going on with you at school at the time?
I probably wasn't the best listener. Might have been a little bit not following the directions as to how they wanted things, and probably following the rules as to what the school wanted, and just being a bit of a naughty kid. That's realistically.
Because none of you guys were that bad. Like you were pretty cool back then. It wasn't as bad as what some of the kids who are coming now we've got to deal with. But
no, I think more so back then it really was just not listening and a lot of that, and as we said, is picking fights with the wrong people in where they are in that hierarchy, forgetting where you are as a student and where your teachers are, and saying the wrong things at the wrong time.
Cool.
So I think they're probably the reasons.
Yeah, cool. So while you were here, what are some of the things you feel? What are some things you remember from back then about what we did, the training, the lessons, whatever? What do you remember about the program back then?
Yeah, well, a lot of it. I remember Noxie. I remember a lot of that. A lot of getting down on the mat. A lot of sweating. But always feeling good. Feeling good once we'd done that, once we'd worked out, once we'd you'd hit a workout, and then at the end you're not feeling as stressed, you're not feeling any of that stuff. We'd do that mid school, and you go straight back into school, and you feel a lot less stressed, a lot better coming back to school. So it was just a lot of the training side of things, and it was pretty early on back there, where we were still pretty much doing a lot of just pure training.
Training and talking.
It was training and talking and just figuring out ways for us to better think about the situations that we're getting ourselves into, and more so how to get ourselves out of them.
Cool. Well. And do you think that, like, at that time? So what grade did you end up at school?
I graduated.
Graduated. Another one graduated.
I did. I graduated.
4 out of 4, bro.
Yeah, I graduated.
So do you believe that? So you were grade 9 or 10 when you did it. So do you believe that what you did here contributed to you finishing school? What would you have done if you didn't do it? How do you feel about that?
Absolutely. And I think this is the thing that I was saying about when we were at Brogie's fight.
Yes.
And yours as well.
I was lining up from I was training for mine.
No, yeah, that's right. But the biggest thing that alerted me is, as a kid, I used to get in fights with teachers all the time. And it wouldn't be over what I actually did 9 times out of 10. It was realistically throwing my punches at the wrong time. Right? It was choosing when to throw a punch and when to just dodge and weave a punch, hold back. And that's what I learned, was that fighting is the same as how you approach life. You're going to be put in situations in a ring, you get put in situations in life, and it depends on how you make your decisions in the ring or in the life as to whether you're going to land on the ground or whether you're going to land up in a grave. And that's what I basically saw, was like, why can I sit here and think when someone's throwing punches at me and think properly about what I'm going to say, when someone's yelling and screaming at me? Why can't I just sit there and sit back and think about what I'm going to do instead of just let my emotion come out and just go over? That's exactly what this did for me. And from grade 10 onwards, I didn't have another suspension.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So when we finished up this program for that year, I never got another suspension year on.
Yeah, wow. Fuck, that's all right. I think it was Maroochydore High, that the statistics that came back from the school was we had a 76% success rate in all the areas that we were trying to cover: attendance, behaviour, schoolwork, all that kind of stuff. Like we had a 76% success rate, and any other program that they'd run in the past, they'd hoped to get a 5% improvement, and we had a 76%. So it was pretty good back then.
Yeah.
And considering it was only a half day once a week.
Yeah.
Like we have kids 5 days a week now.
Right.
Just to get the same amount of effort out of them. Like you guys. I said it today when I did another interview today with another organisation that wanted to ask me some questions, and I was like, how has it evolved over the years? And I was like, back in the day, like 10 years ago, you guys were a lot easier to manage and to put on the straight pathway, because you had ambition and you had goals and you actually wanted to succeed, but the system wasn't allowing you to. I think over the years the system has squashed so many young men and women to the point where they've lost ambition. And some of these kids that we get now, like I remember you guys used to get pumped about the cars and the cool stuff and the fighting, where a lot of the kids we're getting now, nothing inspires them. Very little inspires them. You can't inspire them by training hard with them or rolling up in the Hummer or having anything cool. Their ambitions seems to be gone. So I think that's a big difference between you guys then and the kids now, is they've lost that spark to even their flame's been dulled, that they don't even have that ambition to want to be better because they feel that they can't be. I think with you guys had that little bit of fire in you still, that you knew you wanted to be something, but the system or whatever was there was just holding you back a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So how many of the boys do you still see now from back then? Do you I know you talk to Aiden still?
Yeah, it's probably just Ado.
Yeah.
In that group, they were also, because we were a mixed group as well, with 2 or 3 grades as well. So a couple of the guys were just grades above. Which left school even before I left school. And 9 times out of 10 you have that, like once you hit grade 12 and you go over, don't really keep seeing. So, so probably just, but Aiden, me and Aiden, we're really, really close. And Kansas went as well for a little while. I still speak to him, but he moved back. He moved over to Rotorua, New Zealand. So I haven't seen him for a couple of years. Just mainly he works out on the farm out there, but still in contact with him. And
Lockie Bancroft. Lockie, one of the boys, he messaged me the other day. He wants to come in and start training again. He's out of the blue. He's working a job in the mines. He wants to come in and start training. I was like, fucking sick.
Yeah, right. No way.
Yeah, so moving forward from obviously graduating high school, which is fucking awesome. Between then and now, what have you done over the last 9 years? What have you done with yourself? How do you feel? Obviously you're doing well. You look fucking great. So
thank you. Yeah. So basically over the years, finished up high school. Wanted to play football. Had a couple of injuries that then set me back. 28 fractures to my face. So shattered that. ACL. Broken left ankle twice, pinned through this elbow, so really brought me back to earth, and it basically crushed all of my actual athletic want or drive for a good couple of years. And I only actually really just got back into wanting to build only 12 months ago. Okay. So it's only been about 12 to 14 months of working back out again. But that has also completely made me feel so much better. Because it really dulled once I did my face. I lost a lot of, I had some leaning towards scholarships and things like that at points, and that's where I wanted to go. It's what I really wanted to do. I wanted to play football professionally, but after that I got ruled out of contact sports for the rest of my life. So it was a choice. I could get wires, get pins, and probably play again, or I could just leave it, and I don't have to have big lines in my face. Cool. Where it's there, and that's why I chose. I've been selling cars, and I did that for a little over 5 years. Probably sold nearly 550 cars in the past.
I remember seeing some posts on Instagram, posts of cruising around in like mad cars, you boys pumping the music.
It was pretty much, probably the best part of my job. The best part of my job was, getting to drive a lot of really cool cars and experience a lot of those, but also just meeting a lot of really nice people, and selling cars was one of those things you get to be right there when someone's having one of the biggest moments of their life. There's really 2 massive things you buy in the world: house and a car.
True.
Right. So there's not too many times that someone's picking up a car and they're not excited or thrilled, and they don't have that huge emotion, and you feed off that emotion as a person as well. So I get to feel their excitement every single day in a way. Sure. And so I've pretty much been doing that. which and then I was selling cars, and now as we were saying, the plan is to move over to Canada, spend some years overseas, and and go live the world as a young man.
Fuck, that's so good. Do you like you said a little bit before? Do you believe that some of the stuff that we did for you then has helped you get along now, and you still think about that kind of stuff as you go forward?
Every day, like, you know, any time that you're dealing with a customer, you know, it's everything that you do when you transfer it from, you know, when we were training to fight and train to just be, what would
be better?
Yeah, just be better. Like, just be a better person, you know, and by being a better person, by thinking about your needs and thinking about whether they need to be done right there.
Yeah.
You know, can you put your needs back a little bit as well?
Yeah.
And, you know, a lot of that, which was really eye-opening. And as I said, like, grade 10 onwards, like,
no suspensions.
No suspensions.
Fuck, I have to write that one down on the wall, I reckon.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good one to put up.
And like, keep in mind, before that, like, from grade 8 to grade 9, I was suspended 4 times a term.
Wow.
So I had nearly 16 suspensions in my first 2 years, and then not a single suspension after.
You fucking laughing at that?
Yeah.
No, you just laugh?
I laugh too. To be fair, they were pretty bullshit suspensions.
Yeah, but they are, man. Suspensions are the worst fucking thing ever.
I got done for, I'll never forget, I got done for making a coffee in the staff room. I walked into the staff room, just made myself a coffee. All the teachers are in there staring at me at lunch break. I brought my own coffee, I brought my own cup and everything. I just wanted their hot water.
And you got suspended for
5 days.
Wow.
5 days.
Man, the school system's so shit like that. Like, some of the stuff I have kids get suspended for, I'm like, my God, we here at the gym, it's banter. At school, it's abuse. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
You know?
Right,
So we're breeding a society of fucking softcocks.
Oh, absolutely.
Because I'm offended by what you said. I'm like, man, I got in trouble. I did a video in a school and I had Captain Arsehole on my shirt. 7 people sent in emails to the school and complained.
Yeah, wow.
Nothing to do with what we do, but they all complained about it. But yeah, we've got like 14 kids that have never had a day off since they started the program. The behaviour's gone 100% improvement, but everyone wants to complain about a fucking t-shirt.
Yeah, wow.
And I am Captain Arsehole, so it's not like I'm lying.
No.
You know?
That's, yeah.
One thing like if comes up is the discipline side of things. Like, you know, we were hard on you, but how do you feel that we were discipline wise? We were pushing you and training you hard and you know, and making you behave yourselves. Do you remember much about that?
Yeah, look, I do remember it. It doesn't stick into my memory as a bad memory. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So it doesn't stick there and stick there and go, I hated that. I think that you don't. I think realistically, the reason that we see a lot of the kids being the way that they are now is probably a lack of discipline. Yeah. And that's simply what it is. Yeah. I think what you guys were is just a constant reminder is that, like, the right type of discipline.
Yes.
You know, there's a difference between you're an idiot, slap over the head, and sit over in that corner and think about it. Yeah. Realistically, I reckon I learned more the slap over the back of the head, hey, we're all good, keep going, than sit over there and just be awake. There's no better lesson than pain. Right? Pain is a great teacher. Right? So, but yeah, like, no, I wouldn't think you guys were too hard at all, and I think all that really did was just drive us to be a lot better. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. And so you moved to Canada. What else you got planned for yourself? Well, I want to compete. So I want to hit a couple of shows, and where I end up and where I land on those, as long as it's a 1, 2, or 3, I'll probably be happy. If it's not a 1, 2, or 3, then I'll be fuming, and I'll have to stop eating any ice cream whatsoever. I'll get rid of the ice cream full stop. But that, and then probably when I come back from Canada, it's going to be I would like to get into real estate. Cool. Start a real estate company. Yeah, nice. All I do is sell, so I just want to keep selling. Sales is fucking, it's an amazing career, man, if you're good at it. It's the best career if you don't want to go into another 4 to 5 years of sitting in the exact same schooling that you just did before, and you want to try and earn an income that you're not limited by, jump into sales. Yeah, good. So, beautiful. Yeah. Well, bro, I can't thank you enough for taking the time out. You drove up from Brisbane to do this, mind you. No, but I really do appreciate you coming back and just, because this helps us
helps us get the word out, the message that, you know, what we do now, people don't think works, it fucking works because it's worked in the past.
Yeah.
And and you know, so I do really appreciate you coming back and giving back, bro, because it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking proud of you. I'm proud of all you boys, really. Like, when Aiden come in the other day and he's done his pilots, he's done his real estate, I'm like, fuck, this is sick.
Yeah.
You know, so it makes it good for me, because I know, you know, the years of work and the money that's cost and the sacrifices I've made to do it. You guys sitting here like this, you know, looking good, doing good, going somewhere. Fuck, it's more than I could ever be paid.
Mate, if you asked me to drive from the Goldie, I would have. For that
Cheers,
exact
bro.
reason, for what you're doing for all those boys, because I was one of those boys.
Yeah, cheers.
So,
Thank you very much, brother. I fucking appreciate it, mate. You're a legend.
I appreciate it.
Cheers.